Hello folks, today I want to show you the solution of the mistake of the Rodin coil. And okay, let's move over here. We know that the Rodin coil is based on the Cantor fracture, and that Marco Rodin discovered this mathematic principle in the Cantor fracture, and he created structure, a geometric structure in this circle, and realized a winding principle with his friend in this configuration. But here is a mistake between the mathematic principle and the geometric configuration. Here you have no fractal geometry and no fixing point in the middle where the energy moves deeper and deeper in the hole in the middle. And the solution comes here. Well, first I thought it must be built in triangles, and so I created the first triangle together with the second, and found this structure similar to the flower of life. But in this structure you see a fixing point in the middle, but no but the fractal geometry, there's a problem between two circles. You cannot you cannot realize the windings from one circle to another, and that's a problem. And in my first creation, my first coil, I realized this fractal solution, and you see here the fractal structure, and yes, with triangle circles in triangle circles. But here's a problem, that you cannot that the move of the coil, of the wires, are not really clear. And I realized this configuration with a plate, with a sticks plate. You see here I built this plate, and with some holes, and and you put some sticks in the inside and wind the wire around the sticks, and so you can get this structure, the structure here. Okay. Well, I made a ferret body with that coil, and this coil has a real body resonance. Your fingers start to prickle, and you feel some like small power in your hands, and it's moving slowly through your body. And so I found this is a good next step for a better fractal coil of Marco Rodin's principles. And but here's a problem, and a second problem, a second mistake in that coil. And I want to show you how I created the next step. let's move over here. A good movement between one circle to the second is when you build a circle in the inside between two circles. And so you can realize the move of Michael Rodin's principle. 5, 1, 1, 2, 1, 5. And with this discovery I found out this fractal structure. Here's everything in the inside. You have a fractal configuration which moves always deeper in the middle, and you have the fractal principle where the wires can be exactly moved from one sphere to the next sphere. And the geometry of that coil is like this. And I think everything in this picture can show you what's the real configuration and the real coil of Michael Rodin's discoveries. Okay, and I went forward to this plate and made the same plate before, and yes, and after that I made this coil, and I think this is a real discover of the realistic coil of geometry of Michael Rodin's mathematic. Okay, so long. Yes, well, somebody of you have told me there's no where's the points where no energy can move in the inside, no energy must be the point 9, 6 and 9, 6, 3 and 9 in the middle don't have to be touched. And you see, when you get such a form, you have this left out, these points. You have a flat form, and and when you make a next form, you can take this model. The energy moves in the middle in fractal moves. No. And you have open gates on the top and on the bottom, and the sun in the middle, and that's the reason why material it becomes visible. Yes. And when you think that this turns in very fast movements with the wave of the matrix is pulsing, that there's this quantum base, then you get a form like this. It's there's a hole on the top where the energy moves, and here you see such Earth is the Earth model when you want to see that. And well, that's it, folks. the solution of the Marco Rodin's coil mistakes. Thanks.